Good late morning, guys. It's 11 o'clock. I'm just drinking some coffee to wake up, and then I'm going to do my treatment and stuff. But so I was going to catch you up on how the first night of the feeds went. I made this fly across the room, so that was kind of fun. It wasn't purposeful, but I was when I was priming the pump, I forgot to take this little cap off, and it would fly across the room. It was fun. But let me show you the pump real quick, and then I'll get back to how the first night went. It's a bit of a mess in here, so just please excuse that. But it's the same exact pump I had years upon years upon years ago, and I still didn't remember how to use it, so I had to Google it, but I figured it out, and it was super easy. Just had to load the stuff in here, and it, ta-da. I'm not going to show me doing it. I'll show me doing it at some point, probably like as a vlog in Florida when I'm for a vlog the next day, but tonight it's going to snow, so I'm going to be staying up late. But yeah, so I had to kind of build this, not really. I unfolded the wheels down there, locked them into place. I did this right when I got back from the horses, so before I got tired. So I locked them into place. This middle section here, I extended all the way just because it said you can do half or all the way, but I needed it taller. So I extended it all the way, put this locking pin in place to hold that, and then extended this up all the way. And I got confused. You might see some marks on this. I was using a tool because it kept telling me to twist clockwise to tighten, and I was like, it keeps falling, it's not tightening. And then my idiotic self figured out after about 10 minutes that it meant twist the gray parts clockwise to tighten, not the black parts. So, and then you place the pump where it says place pump here, but then I accidentally bent the pole when I was screwing this in to hold it. So there's that. And that just comes with the bags, which are down there, which they're super weird because they come with two bags. I'm not sure why, but I just ignore one of them. Like there's two bags in one. This thing, which I have to keep up cleaning now, and then the nutrients. So after I had everything built, I got really tired early last night, so I went to bed early. So I started it at about 10 o'clock. There was also this, which I use for flushing my G-tube, which I was really kind of nervous about because I got this G-tube in June of last year. Never used it, never flushed it. I was kind of a bad CF patient at that point where for several years I've never even touched my G-tube or flushed it or anything because I've never used it. So I was like, it just kind of sat there. And so I was hoping it wasn't clogged or anything, but it flushed perfectly. And there wasn't like any weirdness about it, so it worked for that. So then I started the feeds, like I said, around 10. I dialed it back. I used to do 3 cans at 115, and I did 2 cans at 60 just because it's been so long. Which that worked fine for the most part. I'll get to that in a second, but I also made another little bit of an error. Started the feeds, went to go to sleep, and like 10 minutes later it's beeping at me, saying there's a occlusion in the line downstream. I was like, what? So I was looking at everything, and then I realized I never unclamped the extension because I clamped it after I filled that with water. I primed the pump, and then I filled that with water because I was flushing it, and then I clamped it so it wouldn't fall off, and then it connected. And then I never unclamped it. So then I knew that there was a lot of pressure built up in this line, and I didn't really want to like projectile stuff into my stomach. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to take it apart. But then when I unhooked it, formula went all over the sheet. So yeah, I didn't even go one day without doing that. But then finally everything was set. I ran the feeds and it was fine. Until my Dexcom started going off. My Dexcom went off like 4 times throughout the night, saying I was low. But then 10 minutes later it would go back up, so I didn't really treat it because it was like this up and down all night. It was this up and down roller coaster of a thing that it's like, I guess my body was making me go low because of the stuff, but then the stuff was still coming, so then it would go up, and it was a mess. But I slept through most of the night. I did wake up at 1 a.m. super thirsty, but I don't think that had anything to do with the feeds. I don't want to let my coffee get cold. I think that was just, I didn't drink enough during the day. So anyway, it all went pretty good. And then I timed it wrong because I went to bed early. I had already done the math that if I ran it at 60, it would finish around 7 a.m., which is a reasonable time for it to go off. But I forgot the fact that I started it 2 hours earlier than I had planned to, or an hour and a half earlier than I planned to. So it went off at 5:30. So yeah, my Dexcom and it simultaneously went off at 5:30. My Dexcom screaming urgent low, my thing saying that it was finished, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So I had to get up, I checked my blood sugar, and it was not quite as low as Dexcom was saying, so I just left it alone, and it went back up. And then I had to unhook the thing, turn off the pump, flush the line, flush the G-tube, not the line, flush the G-tube, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna deal with all this, taking all of it down this morning, and I went back to sleep after like 30 minutes. And then I slept until 10:30. So so when I woke up at 5:30, I was like really, really nauseous. So I kind of figured that was going to happen. My body's going to have to adjust, but that was not pleasant because I had to take enzymes when it goes off as well, and I didn't really want to swallow anything, but I took the enzymes and I went back to sleep and slept till 10:30. So overall, it went pretty good. It's not as hard as I thought, like as much work per se as I thought it was going to be, because last night was a night where I was really tired and it was fine. So I think it's gonna be good. I got 1,000 calories last night and all I had to do was sleep. So and I did time it purposefully for it to go off early, not 5:30, I meant 7, but for it to go off way earlier than I typically get up, because I want to have my stomach be empty by the time I get up, and that's what worked. I was hungry when I woke up this morning. So the other interesting thing will be to see in a little bit if I don't have such a dramatic low after I eat, because like I told you guys, you can watch yesterday's vlog if you want to know all that, but basically after my first meal today, it's been like really, really bad lows. So I'm hoping that maybe that won't happen, since I haven't fasted for a long time. I've only been fasting since, I don't know, 5 hours instead of like 12 plus. So we'll see. But tonight's also going to snow, so if I can get a video of that for tomorrow's vlog, I will. There's not going to be much accumulation, sadly. At first I said like 3 inches, but now they're saying less than an inch. But it's still going to snow, so I'm going to try and film that. And for now, I'm just going to drink my coffee and then get going on my morning. But it went pretty good. And I'm going to try to see if I can find a way to get the remaining, I have 4 days till I go back. I'm going to try to see if I can find a way to get the remaining 6 bags of the rest of the formula in my suitcase. The IV pole is not going to fit. Even though it's collapsible, it was too long. But I found the exact same IV pole on Amazon last night. Kind of pricey, but I found it. And so I just sent that to Florida. So I have like duplicates of a bunch of stuff, but it works. So anyway, but that's all for now. And I'll see you guys in a little while. Well, the update on that is my sugar still did go low because, well, teetering on the edge of low, but I can feel it dropping. But not as dramatically low. I say teetering on the edge of low because I just tested. I mean, the Dexcom is about the same, but sometimes I just like to test when it's like that. It was 70, and the Dexcom said 77, and it's heading down, so I knew it was going to drop. So I caught it early. But that was not as bad, because lately, when I've had these lows in the morning, they've been like, I'll be like 90 something and then like plummet. And this was like a gradual decline. So, and yeah, it was a lot better. So that is a plus of the feeds. Now my sugars was up and down all night because of them, but that is a plus. Yeah, I just got the alert, urgent low soon, 68. So, I caught it before I got that alert, so it's already going to start going back up. So yeah, that is not as bad as it's been. So that's a plus, and that's more like my normal lows instead of just the weird plummeting lows. So, but I think I'm going to end the vlog here for today. Today's just going to be a rest day because I didn't sleep much, plus it's raining all day and then snowing tonight. There's a chance of accumulation now, and there's a chance of not accumulation, so I'm not going to get my hopes up. But I am going to see snow starting around like 10 or 11 tonight, and it's going to snow. I'm going to see snowflakes. I haven't seen snowflakes in 4 years, so I'm pretty excited. That's what happens when you move to Florida. You don't see snow anymore, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm just going to rest, play Wolf Quest, and just have a chill out day. So with that, thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.